Hi ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, of course I want to remind you again of the importance of being involved in these organizations that are trying to expose, investigate, and prosecute pedophile networks in our country and throughout the world. If there ever was a war where you don't have to worry about conscientious objection, this is it. So please remember Navy SEAL Craig Sawyer's website, vetsforchildrescue.org. And here's some other artistic examples of what he is trying to do to get people aware of what's going on here. I think these show his commitment to what's going on, so I hope you can get behind him. And also there's this website here, which I've talked about before as well, opdeepstate.com. Both of these are very important, very easy to get involved with, and I hope you go and take a look and get involved in this most worthwhile of causes. Thank you. I'm Roy Potter, a former U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel. Welcome to the Potter Expositor. Hi ladies and gentlemen, it's still April 24th, 2017, and no sooner had I started to process the video before this called Comey's Excuses than the information came out on The Hill, that the Hill publication, that now the Defense Department is saying that they need to confront Russia in Afghanistan because, get this, the Russians are supplying weapons to the insurgents. Well, first of all, I doubt that very seriously. Russians have had enough with Afghanistan. They don't really need to foment any more difficulties in there. They have so many Islamicists already in Russia itself, the Chechens, etc., that they don't really want to start that hornet's nest. I really don't believe that at all. And besides, if we're going to accuse Russia of supplying weapons to the insurgents in Afghanistan, what about the United States supplying weapons, training, arms, monies, etc. to ISIS in Syria, etc.? You know, the double standard hypocrisy. Do you see what I was talking about the last time about the deception that's constant to try to keep us off guard? Now, yes, they want our liberties. Yes, they want to do away with the Constitution. Yes, they want to completely capture the United States. But as I said before, they want to envelop Russia. Now, the link to the Hill article is down below in the description box. And it's entitled, Defense Chief Top General, U.S. Needs to Confront Russia and Afghanistan. Remember what I told you about the underbelly here. The only country, see, we've been in Afghanistan. That was really the purpose of going to war in the Middle East and in Southwest Asia anyway. The whole 9/11 thing, of course, was to subdue the United States, the people here in the United States, and they've done very well at that with the Patriot Act and the NDAAs and the rendition, all of those things. But again, that's so that they can handle this here as well, as I was explaining in the last video. So we've been in Afghanistan. Pakistan, we've been there too. So what we've done here now is said that we have to continue this war in Afghanistan because the Russians are now supplying weapons to the insurgents. Just giving another reason to stay here. That's all it is. It's a holding action. It's a public relations thing for the people in the United States so that they'll keep supporting this nonsense. This is what you get with the military-industrial complex. And I thought Trump knew all this, but I guess, you know, he's either totally ignorant about strategy or he's going along with this. Okay? There's just no other explanation. Russia has not been our enemy. Not for a long time. You can see I'm pretty worked up about this. So again, Iran now is the only place that we don't have control on the underbelly of Russia. Do you see that? And that's why Iran keeps getting picked off by the military-industrial complex. Now, you know, I don't want to sit here and and say that the United States is bad. This is being orchestrated, as I pointed out again in the last video, by people in DC, New York, and in London, and possibly the Vatican. All right? And I could also say Israel, but you know, they're involved in all of those other places, okay? So I'm not going to get into that. One of these days I'll talk about the differences between, as I've done in the past, but in more detail, Jews, Judahites, the Zionist movement, and all of that. But as right now, I don't want to go there, okay, because it's going to get us off what's happening. What we saw today just emphasizes what I said in my last video. What we just saw happen, and it's quoted in the Hill, emphasizes what's going on here. That this is what they're after right now, because they have not captured the institutions there. Not a long video, I just wanted to point that out because I wouldn't have enough time in the other one to add it. So I'll just let it go here at that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like I said 2 or 3, 4 videos back, whenever it was. They want this war, and they're going to take not just your sons this time, but your daughters. Are you going to let them get away with this? Are you going to let them get away with it? I pray to God every day that He'll pour down His Spirit upon the people, that they will have the courage to stand up with His Spirit and say to these demons, these Luciferians, these Rothschild puppets, these New World Order puppets, that the people will rise up and have the courage to say, no, we are not going to spill the blood and our life's support, our monies, our treasures for your world domination anymore. Please, you know, I'm just one lone voice, but you've got to start standing up here, people. You have to. The chemtrails, dumbing you down, poisoning your systems. Oh, you know, they're not chemtrails. That's a little fantasy, right? Geoengineering, you know, that's really what it is. The things in your food, the vaccines, everything is making it so that they can do this assault on everybody on the planet. But they have to take this down next. I hope you see what I'm talking about here. All right, I'm not going to bludgeon this anymore. I'll let you go. See you next time out here.